interviewing Mitchell.
I can't take you seriously.
Why not? The tables have turned. Where now I am the person that asked the question. All right, I'm going to be asking the questions that came from the chat or outer space earlier today. We're going to kick things off with Ender_Manvit, who asks, do you critique your own casting VODs to keep improving?
Thanks, Ender_Manvit. Yeah, well, I do. You can actually find him online as well. I have this like super scuffed stream.
Yep.
That I do the VOD reviews on. I still haven't managed to get Matt to join me for like a group VOD review.
I keep saying I am, but I just never do.
Everyone's like harassing him to do it. So yeah, I do. Basically, I usually get a cast, and then I will just go over it and basically rip into myself for an hour or 2 hours. So if you like doing that, you can join me for that when I do my next one. They're up on YouTube somewhere as well, but that's, for me, a good way to improve because I can spot mistakes that I make more frequently.
Yeah, and I guess they're pretty good for some of the new casters trying to get into casting as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into that, it just at least shows you the way that I think about it, which is not necessarily definitely not the same as this guy. How I approach casting. So.
Yeah, you definitely want to wait for
Ender_Manvit, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This one comes from Saku007. I'm going to assume that the T is silent there. What's the hardest thing keeping track while casting the game?
The hardest thing to keep track of, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Not the old economy, because Matt says that every 3 seconds.
True.
That is 85% of his casting. It's the little things like the Lucio boops and the Brigitte stuns. Even now, even when the UI now is kind of updated,
all the
so
stuff
we
that
can
you
see
missed
it.
that I catch, yeah.
That 15% that isn't the old economy that Matt sees, yeah.
Yeah.
But some of that stuff, especially when they're setting up big grav bomb combos, even things like Earth Shatter sometimes can be hard to spot when there's a Transcendence, a Graviton Surge, a Sound Barrier, a lot of stuff going on. It's the ability interactions, the Discord or placement, stuff like that, right? It's hard to see.
Yeah, I think when multiple abilities used at the same time and keeping track, even with the colors, it does get kind of crazy.
You get 5 voice lines at that time. We've had so many fights where there's been 12 ultimates used and then no kills. So
yeah.
Wait.
What?
Taku007, thank you.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Come on, man.
RS Warthog asks for you made a lot of amazing calls on commentary. What has been your favorite game to call?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think you would agree, but that's fine. My favorite game, I would say that this one we just did was one of my favorites. Yeah. I think we've been really lucky to have some fantastic games, especially in the first season. Obviously, we got to do a bit of that final. But I think even outside of that London-Philly final, one of my favorite games to cast was New York versus Philadelphia in the Stage 3 playoffs, I'm going to say.
Yes,
where they won. They won. That, for me, it could have been Stage 2, so there you go. My memory is awful.
It was, I believe, Stage 2.
Yeah, Stage 2. New York versus Philly. That was epic. 2 completely different styles going head-to-head. And I was just yelling my head off. We had a lot of fun with that one. The crowd was booming.
You can find a lot of odds of him yelling his head off. If that's what we're going to judge a good commentary on.
I mean, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. All right.
Wait. RS Warthog.
Thank you. This one comes from 4-Bit Yeti. What have you done / what do you do to develop synergy with your amazing co-commentator, Matt Mr. Exparello, to create the unique experience you offer on stage? I may have added a few words.
Did you really embellish on that a bit?
I did.
So we started casting a couple of events before the Overwatch League was sort of inaugurated. But believe it or not, me and Matt get on pretty well outside of the game. So we live in the same apartment complex, not the same apartment. We're not like Brennan's Sideshow. That would just be a little bit too much. But we travel to work every day because I don't drive in the US. If you've seen that Toyota commercial, I just don't.
I've seen the Toyota ads. I'm super good at driving.
You're super good at driving during the off-season break when you want to be chilling.
Yes, I am.
But so we travel to work every day, and I think our casting is probably an extension of our conversations we have about the game anyway. So you don't need to encourage me and Matt to talk to each other about Overwatch. It's something that we kind of do naturally. And we kind of want the same things out of our broadcast. We kind of want you guys to get as much out of it as possible. And we sort of see the work the players put in, and that's something that we really want to translate to you. So if something big happens or that a player does, it makes a big deal. We want you guys to be able to see that easier, I guess, because at the end of the day, we're not the stars of the show. It's the guys behind us. So
I think the way we've kind of modeled our casts in a way, I guess, to kind of elaborate on, is more of you guys at home are the third person in the room with us. So it's hey, let's just hang out, the 3 of us, and let's tell you what's going on.
So it's not like us trying to deliver to you, but you're actually part of the conversation as well. That's kind of something that we love doing. We love talking about Overwatch. you know, it helps that we get paid, but, you know, we would do it anyway. So
That was a good question.
yeah, thank you.
All right, this next one comes from Jace1505. Which Overwatch hero do you identify with the most? Bastion.
Is that who you identify with? Is that who you thought I would?
Oh, no, yeah.
Probably Reinhardt, because he's about as subtle as the hammer that he swings around. Sometimes he's a little bit clueless in social scenarios. He's very brash.
I thought you were going to say like Roadhog.
He also lives. Why? Why would you say that? Why? Because
Isn't he Australian?
he's New Zealander. Big difference. Let's just make that clear. Well, actually, I know.
This turned dark real quick.
He knows that, by the way. He knows where he's from. No, I like Reinhardt because he's swole and he protects like his team, and he has a lion thing on his shield. That's cool. I just love the motifs used by him.
The Swole Protector Leslie. That's a good nickname. I think we should get populating
Someone
around
get me out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I completely forgot what question we're on. Oh, no. Ironic's Merc asks, what is it like not only being a rap god, but also a fashion icon? Can we promote bold fashion statements from you in stage 2?
All right, so you see what I'm wearing now? Like, generally, like, the fashion that I wear on the streets when you see me in real life is like this. I have, like, my personality is pretty, like, over the top, and we all have our own sort of fashion for the Overwatch League. Everyone has kind of their own style, and I really like the vibrant colors. I don't know if I would sort of wear them around the street every day, because the peacock life can get pretty draining. I appreciate the rap god reference, but I think there are a lot of clips that I've done where like people have said this is amazing, this is rap god or whatever, but it's actually me. I consider it to be like a technical mistake that I'm making by not slowing myself down enough to be understood. So, you know, like you guys might be sort of used to it, but there are people out there that'll be like, what is this guy saying? Because I'm talking fast and I'm combining like my accent with it. So I try to get it to a point where like you can understand. But yes, you can expect more bold fashion statements because my stylist is really, she works very hard to try and get me in these crazy outfits, and I really don't mind what I wear. I just kind of put on whatever.
Yeah,
we're very different in that regard. Like, you kind of wear the same thing because you wear the same thing on stage as you do off air. You know, he refuses, by the way, to wear anything but sweatpants. He tried to wear his pajamas the other day.
I got them approved.
They had
even I felt ridiculous.
They had little ice creams with faces on it. It was really cute, but I don't know if it really like worked with my outfit.
Now you're just spreading lies. Let's move on.
It's definitely true.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This one comes from Anna, the support main. Should probably throw some underscores in there. It's just one big long word.
You can't read
Are you
that?
afraid of bugs? Who's not?
Not really. Well, in Australia, like the bugs are everywhere. They're kind of just like a part of your daily life. You either like avoid them entirely, and you know they're there, or you just like move them. Or I guess you could dispatch them through other means. But generally speaking, we're very used to getting rid of bugs. So not really. I'm from Australia. I grew up with them crawling over my face. So. Yep.
And then yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have Apin with a favorite food in Australia that's not in America.
I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly, but I like kangaroo meat is great. I know, don't freak out, wildlife preservationists. It's a common food over in Australia. We have it with like a sweet potato sort of poutine. It's really nice with the red wine sauce. It's one of my favorite, like when I'm trying to be bougie, you know, when I want to get something real nice. That's what I go for.
Just sounds weird.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I believe that's it. I believe that's all we got here for today. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in stage 2.
See you, nerds. Bye.